uns jetzt hier den Rat beginnen zu können und wir werden, glaube ich, alle alles daran setzen, das Beste zu versuchen. Ob es zu einer Einigung kommt, kann man heute noch nicht sagen.
It might be difficult for the Greens as well, especially on foreign policy. I mean, I didn't mention it, but I think on that one it will be. So I think in the first place, what is going to be missing is, of course, her enormous experience in the past 15 years. She's been at all these council meetings, so she has an incredible experience in negotiating and being a leader. And the second thing is that she's very famous for her crisis management skills. So I think that's also going to be missing from the council meetings in the future. What is known in the Council is that corridor diplomacy is quite important. So that means that you have to have those bilateral meetings to talk to the countries that aren't online, that disagree, and I think she has a lot of experience with that. And she's also known to be relatively pragmatic and, to be fair, a very funny person as well. So I think her style definitely had a role to play and will surely be missed after her leaving with the German federal elections coming up in September. She is the Chancellor of Germany, which is, economically speaking, the most powerful country in Europe, also demographically speaking. And she has all that negotiating experience, and she has managed to find solutions to this crisis. Some, of course, have criticized it, saying that it's only half-baked and not enough, but generally speaking, Europe still stands after this decade of crisis, and I think Merkel had a big role to play in it.
Mais vous vouliez au téléphone ou avec le numéro? Ce serait pas, on aurait pas beaucoup de la bagarre. Ils étaient donc la proie passeur.
Angesichts einer großen Herausforderung darf es doch jetzt nicht passieren, dass Europa sagt, wir werden mit der Sache nicht fertig. Das wäre ganz falsch. Deshalb sage ich immer wieder, wir schaffen das.
In the Eurozone crisis, I think one of the biggest criticism one can make is her handling of the Eurozone crisis also towards the southern European countries, because Italy lost a lot of trust towards the EU and also towards Germany, and they were seen as Germany putting through austerity policies not helping them. And it was the same with Greece, and I think there she underestimated maybe the reactions.
Não terminamos em nós próprios. Somos parte fundamental do coletivo deste.
É evidente que a gente não pode também ter a opinião da senhora Merkel como uma senhora sempre certinha. Também não é. Toda a gente erra. O que eu tenho a dizer da senhora Merkel é uma boa política.
She's been a pillar of stability in the EU, the voice of common sense. But the way politics has changed in Europe in the last few years, particularly in the UK, and a roller coaster in France, let's hope that doesn't happen in Germany.
So in any case, it will be very difficult for the next chancellor or the next female chancellor to step into her footsteps, because no one has 15 years of experience in council meetings, of course. Nevertheless, looking at the candidates that are there for the next German elections, I think all of them are relatively pro-European. So I'm less worried about the German side than the French side, as you have French presidential elections coming up in May next year, and there it will be Macron against the right-wing candidate, Marine Le Pen, extreme right-wing candidate. And there it could be much more difficult, because if a Marine Le Pen becomes French president, then it will be extremely difficult to find common answers. So I'm much less worried about the German side than the French side in the respect of the French-German relationship, but we'll have to see.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, liebe Bundeskanzlerin. Happy birthday to you. Also, Sie waren doch nicht so stimmgewaltig, wie ich dachte. Alles Liebe und Gute für Sie.
Hätte ich mitsingen müssen, ne? Dann wäre es besser geworden. Aber danke. Danke. Und es war der erste Gesang zu meinem heutigen Geburtstag.